Hey, Dreaming of Diamond, we are so excited to talk about one of my very favorite subject, retention. And this is going to be something that we continue to discuss because it is absolutely the foundation of our business. And I know that you have felt it. If you've gotten a Plexus paycheck more than 1 month, you know what this retention can look like. So the thing that's beautiful about our retention program is that it is legacy based. It's legacy based. So this is making an impact with that initial sale, but continuing to make an impact as their journey progresses. And that, like that's legacy money too. Okay. So it's not just, we know that if someone is happy long term, yes, we're benefiting financially, but they're the real winner. Okay. And so, and what does that look like in their family? And how are they breaking generational traumas? How are they breaking generational curses with their healing? I want you to really think about how important it is for us to show up at the beginning of their journey so that they can be everything that they're meant to be in this life. And they would not be here with us if they were doing great. Okay. Very, very few people who are doing great. I'm not talking about the Facebook great. I'm not talking about the highlight reel. I'm talking like they might look great, but they're bloated. They're depressed. They have a failing, relationship, right? That's all tying into their physical health. And we know that. Okay. So what is retention? Retention is continuing to support the sale after the initial sale happens. So why would we retain is the question. Why would we do this? Well, on the surface, if we were looking at this very like us focused, it would be for us. But we retain so that these people can hit the goals, those health goals, or those wealth goals. Some people do start for the business that they, initially started with, right? Like it's really not about us. And we can make it about us. And that is a way to move forward, but it's not really the best way. The best way is to really arrows out this. Okay. And really show up for that person and tell them the truth and help them dig into when it's hard and do all those things that some of us who've been here a long time have chosen to do because we're willing to say the hard things so that that person can break that, bridge that gap between where they are and where God wants them to go, or where they are and where they're meant to be, the impact that they're meant to make, because they can't make it if they're stuck in Suckville and they're telling themselves a victim story, right? Right. Okay. So the effort that you put into retention will pay you for years. We already talked about that. I'm living proof of that. I'd say pretty much everybody on this screen has experienced that, ironically. So, that we have experienced what it feels like to, really support a sale well and allow people to continue on their journey. And that is where most miss by not chasing the reorder. Okay. And when I say chasing, it lends to that hustle culture, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is chasing that reorder means, is this person happy? How can we tweak this? How can we optimize this? What can we offer them? And sometimes, you guys, we hesitate to offer them an extra product that they might need because we're afraid that they don't want to spend the money. Can I get an amen? We've all been there. Yes. Thank you for raising your hand, Molly, because we've all been there. We've all been afraid to suggest another product that they need because we're like, we're going to scare them away. We know what's going to scare them away? Not getting results. Okay. So that's the bottom line. That's where we're at today. So I got some facts and figures for you. I know we love that. I know you can depend on me as your math gal. So here's what we got for this is new signups. Okay. New signups. For every 5 welcome packs you sell, you're earning $100 in welcome pack bonuses. I'm not doing anything with the rank up bonuses. So next, okay, let's say you're in the middle. Okay. $100 in welcome pack bonuses and $81 in pay points. So when you don't retain those 5 orders, you're losing 50% of the profits. Do you see it? No wonder you're fucking burnout. Okay? That's why. That's why. As my father would say, you're not doing the full job. And I heard that from when I was 8 years old. So you're welcome. I'm passing it along. Okay? All right. So in order to avoid burnout, to optimize our compensation plan the way it was designed, we have to get good at this retention part. Okay? You don't have to, but you're going to come later and be like, oh, it's not working. Like nobody, no, no, we're not doing that. Sorry. Okay. I'm not buying it. I'm not reading that chapter of the book. Okay. So this is the way that you get from good to great. This is the way that you go diamond. And the way that you go diamond is not that you're doing it all. You're doing it all for your customers, but you're teaching this. You're uplifting this. You're talking about this. My strongest leaders talk about this. They step into the hard conversations. They're willing to get into the weeds with someone who doesn't like what they have to say. They're willing to lose a sale to tell the truth. And I'm not talking being mean. I'm not talking being aggressive or rude. I'm talking about being firm and gentle and telling the truth. Because people came to you and said yes to you because they trusted you. So that's the confidence that needs to come with you in this. So our compensation plan is designed literally to focus on retention. Okay, that's residual income. Any type of compensation plan or pay structure that is focused on paying you for that residual income is a retention focused program. Okay. And that's why we're different. Okay. We're not press on nails. We're not purses. We're not Pampered Chef. We're not, sorry to even, probably shouldn't upload this to YouTube, but it's good. I won't tag them. Okay. But do you know what I'm saying? So, our retention is money. But the reason it wins is because we're monthly consumable products. Guys, it's designed this way. It is the safest type of structure that you'll find in this MLM space. Okay, take it to the bank. I promise. Okay, even like something like Monat. Okay, great hair, beautiful website, all this. Do you need shampoo? You don't. You don't. I mean, I know I take less showers than normal people, but I'm just telling you, there's no way you're using all those bottles. You're just not. Okay. And our products are just built different. So take that confidence, take that beautiful confidence that you are walking people through a health system that's meant to be monthly consumable. It is monthly consumable. That's how it's designed. These people that are wonky with all of it deserve a truth bomb, deserve you to talk to them and say, are you getting what you want from this? No, you're not. Oh, no kidding. Okay. Because it's not designed this way. And that's when you have a little meeting with them. Okay, so here's how it's going to happen. Here is how it's going to be perfect and work. So obviously you're going to coach the regimen. If you feel, and I'm announcing this so that we can tie back to resources, but if you feel insecure about coaching a regimen and you went to convention, in my session, we shared kind of a flow chart of product regimen that is a beautiful something that you can just as a download. I don't know if it's available yet. But if it's not, obviously I have it. I shouldn't have even said that it was in the app because I have it. So sorry, I will give it to you or I'll drop it somewhere, obviously. So, you may be, with a coach in this business that is helping you with regimens and your people. That's okay too. Obviously, the whole point is to help people quickly as possible get onto their full system and then establish a checkpoint of time after they're on their full system that you're checking in with them weekly, bi-weekly, monthly as their time progresses. There are customers I don't talk to anymore that have been with me for 6 years, right? But they'll reach out to, right? Like all of this is a journey. And I want you to understand that this is a legacy business. You cannot ghost someone's product regimen coaching right away. They will leave. Okay. That's the truth. They'll leave. Okay. Because it's not easy to detox. I don't know if you've freaking noticed. Okay. They joined you for a reason so that you will be their coach. And even if they ghost you, I want you to stay with them. Don't be offended if they don't know what to say to you because they're quitting on themselves. Okay. It's not about you. Next is we're going to do what we kind of talked about in the live, right? Or in the training that we did, right? Inviting to post, inviting into three-way messages, inviting to events, right? Drawing them in, continuous invitations to learning more about the company. Tagging them in something that they see, drawing them back, loving them as a human being first and foremost, right? But also incorporating health into your conversations with them is super critical for retention. And again, another way that you're going to do this is inviting them into those challenges that we offer randomly, inviting them to learn about products that just came out. Guess what? Maybe not every one of my customers cares about the new Hydrate, but let's tell them about it. Let's just be like, hey girl, were you a fan of that lotion in the 90s? Because you can drink it. Okay, whatever you want to say. Like, okay, that's where I go because that's what I thought. You have to put yourself into this experience, right? You have to just understand that, yes, and sometimes I feel like we think it gets awkward when they say yes. It's like all of a sudden the girl that you are your gym partner, all of a sudden now you're weirdly dating in this new way. And you're like, oh, like, are we holding hands? What are we doing? Okay, listen, she loves you. She said yes to you. She needs you to just be normal. Okay. It's probably you that's thinking something is weird. I'm just being completely honest. Okay. All right. So then the last thing I'm going to say is this. Something that has changed everything for my retention is the upfront contract. I don't know if you've ever heard of what the upfront contract is, but I'm going to tell you what it is. And if you've never heard of it, write it down, get your pen. Okay. The upfront contract is basically asking them to kind of put like kind of a bookmark in something later. Okay. So, hey girl, I'm so excited for you. I want to make sure that if you feel any negative digestive fill in the blank, you'll message me right away because that's what I'm here for. And this system is powerful and I can help you avoid it. Will you agree to message me if that happens? Right. And she's going to say yes. Okay. Or, hey girl, this is a very simple one that we always say, hey girl, do you promise that you're going to message me as soon as these products come in? Because I want to be able to coach you right away. Right? That is an upfront contract. Okay. Let's say that somebody is a huge bag of goods and they start going through detox and you, or you don't know, but you're assuming that this could get wild for them. Okay. And you're like, hey, listen, I want to let you know that I see your 3 and 6 month journey. I'm excited for you. But my fear is that you will not talk to me through any issue that you have and you'll just stop. And I cannot have that because I see where you're going. Do you promise that you'll let me know if you're feeling anything negative? And here's what that does. That lets them know that you are down to ride with them through all of this. You're aware, you've been through this. You've seen people who ghost. You've seen people who, all the things, right? How many times have we, listen, I do upfront contracts and sometimes they still don't follow through on their end of the contract. But here's what I can do. A contract, I grew up in a family of lawyers. A contract is something you can fall back on. Okay. So you can say, hey, oh my God, they fall off, they turn off their sub. Hey girl, like what's going on? Remember when I asked you this and that? Like I wanted to make sure that we didn't get to this space. Talk to me. Right. And they know at that moment how serious you are about coaching them. Okay. That this is something serious for you, that this is not 1 foot in, 1 foot out for you, that you're all in, that you remember what you said to them. So if you struggle with remembering what you say to people, find a way to take notes. There's no simpler way for me to say it. Okay. Find a system that works. I don't want to hear that you don't remember, all this. Listen, I got a thyroid problem. Okay. We got memory issues. All right. So I write it down. I figure it out. I go back and I scroll up, whatever you need to do. You want that person to feel like the most important person in the room when you're speaking to them. The way that you make people feel matters. I don't know if you've noticed when someone makes you feel like shit, but do you remember it? Okay. And sometimes we do that inadvertently because we aren't leaning in to some of this hard stuff, right? And when we let somebody go by not doing upfront contracts and sort of not coaching the products and sort of not inviting them to shit, they just kind of float down the river, right? With one oar, right? And then they fall off. We don't want that. We want them to feel like they got the Cadillac of follow-up, the Cadillac of customer service, that they got everything that we wanted them to get. And the thing is, the heartbreaking part is that they could still say no to what we offer, but we get to go to bed at night knowing that they said no on their own, not because we didn't show up for them. Does that make sense? Okay, you guys, I am fired up about this. I love this. I cannot wait. If you want to get I'm going to stop recording. Hang on. Sorry.